bear army as well, so, or dryads versus bears and bears versus bears. Just did so much direct damage and not sort of spell damage or anything like that. That sort of the extra one armor can actually be kind of useful. And meanwhile, Moon now coming in for a fight does have this level 5 Demon Hunter, which is going to be very, very nice. But at the same time, actually, Moon's army just sort of snaking in one unit at a time, which is really not how you want it. So Moon losing a lot of Dryads very early on and actually taking a lot of damage on his Demon Hunter. He does have that greater potion invulnerability, which he does pop just now. And looks like Sai is going to get out of here because Sai just doesn't have the meat wall that he needs. And Moon, meanwhile, has a couple bears which are right in the attack lines. And Moon even bringing in a Wisp to get off one detonate there, which is a very, very nice little thing to do. And Moon now rejuvenating up his Demon Hunter, and probably will be able to finish off this expansion as well, which is going to be so useful. Moon actually has a lot of Moon Juice now. He does have the upgraded Moon Nose, obviously, and he hasn't been back to his base in so long. Yeah, look, all his Moon Nose basically are at full mana, which is really, really nice if he can take a fight soon, especially before the start of night, and then he can basically just staff stuff home, heal it up, and then come straight back at Sai, who probably, yeah, look at Sai, has almost nothing in his Moon Moss now. That's really unfortunate. And actually, look at Sai, yeah, Moon even had a Wisp in the back of Sai's base, which Sai did scout out, and so he brought in his Demon Hunter to take it out, but Moon got a lot of scouting information from that. And that's just can be so useful just to see when your opponent is actually pushing past 50 food. Just it's things you can tell based on how much army they should have and whether or not their Ancient of Lords are actually working or actually doing things at the moment. Can be really useful because it means you're not going to be caught out. And meanwhile, setting up another expansion, just doing his trademark Twisted Meadow strategy, even as another Wisp here, possibly going to go for a fourth. We're gonna have to see whether or not he can actually get away with that though, because Sai is now pushing in. Still no upgrades, actually, quite interestingly. Moon goes for a quick mana burn, but then turns away. Has sold lots of his items, actually. Quite interesting choice there, because obviously having that Demon Hunter buffed is so nice. Meanwhile, Sapper coming in here, but Sai only bringing one, so it looks like he's gonna have to bring in his army to do the rest of the damage here, and probably off to TP out then because he's just not gonna be in a good enough position. And then Moon immediately getting those dispels. That's such nice free experience to get. I'm really not confident about that Quill Beast or the Beastmaster decision, but it seems to be working out all right, at least for Sai. Just once Moon gets in here, he really dispels them, and you can see Moon just has a massive number of bears, plus those skeletons means he is just such a better meat shield than Sai, and looks like Sai actually focusing down this one bear, but putting his army in such a bad position now. These bears just tear through things like archers and Quill Beasts, and Moon really dominating this fight, and Sai not in a great position. I don't think Sai has really any way to get out of this. He doesn't have a TP, so he's just gonna have to run for it, and the Dryads are really going to slow down a lot of Sai's army and even be able to pick off some of these Dryads really quickly. And Sai using one staff and even sacrificing a Quill Beast there just really to buy him any time at all. But you can see these Dryads are just going down, and the Moon in a really strong position now. I think he's really pulled this back. Moon with 2-1 upgrades and the backpack upgrade, actually, quite interestingly, and this one expansion here against Sai's basically nothing. I mean, I think it's sort of down to this Beastmaster. I'm not really a big fan of choosing the Beastmaster here. I mean, I've never seen it before, so it might have caught Moon a bit off guard. But I'm not sure it's the best decision, just because as you've seen, everything can be dispelled quite simply once you do get to a certain point, and so you sort of have to do a lot of damage early on, or you have to hope that your opponent's just gonna be going for some sort of Huntress push. Maybe that's what so I thought was coming, just because that is sort of a valid strategy, although more often it would be with the Priest of the Moon, and then you can actually see Tack with that as well sometimes, and see a Dark Ranger second. But I'm not too confident in Sai's play there. I think the Dark Ranger is a nicer choice, even though it's a bit unconventional. It certainly does work quite well, and it worked well against that Demon Hunter especially. And just having the silence is quite nice as well, I think. And that Dark Ranger, actually all the heroes are pretty much close to 6 now. Demon Hunter and Dark Ranger both very close to 6. Meanwhile, Sai's Demon Hunter very close to 5, and I think his Beastmaster, yeah, it's halfway to 6 now. So it's we could see a race for 6, I suppose. I mean, there's not too much a level 6 Beastmaster will be able to do. Obviously, silence will be really nice against Stampede. So unless Sai can either kill that Dark Ranger or manage to get into Moon's base while Moon doesn't have a staff or something, then he can't really do too much with it. So I think he might well go for Quill Beast level 3, which would be a bit nicer, at least make them a bit harder to dispel, and they just do insane damage against those Dryads. So and actually they do fair damage against the bears if you can actually get them into position. And you know, it looks like Moon is now setting up this expansion as well, so Moon will be 3 base versus size 1, which is really not a good position to be in. Meanwhile, Moon just constantly scouting out everything that Psy's doing, just not giving Psy any breathing room here, and that's going to be really tough for Psy. And looks like Moon actually going to even see this one now, scouting Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter really needs to get to level 5. I'm amazed Psy didn't just creep out. There must be at least one green creep left somewhere. Actually, no, maybe there isn't. Maybe Psy completely unable to get that on level 5, and that's really unfortunate for him, because going into the start of a battle and needing to wait to level up means that you're going to get at least 1 mana burn where your opponent doesn't have anything. And meanwhile, battle occurring with neither of the Demon Hunters there, and Psy really cut out of position. Sort of the massive, ooh, actually, Staff Teleportation now coming into effect for Psy. Moon going to have to run his Demon Hunter in, but the Moon's massive armor, sort of a upgrade advantage is really going to hold him in this battle for a bit longer. Meanwhile, level 6 now being done for this Dark Ranger, managing to steal bears, and level 6 being done on this on this Demon Hunter, and Sai says GG. So wow, what a really fantastic game, and this is from MSI Beat It, so I'm going to have a whole bunch more games. There are so many fantastic games coming from this tournament. I'm going to try to bring you as many as possible. Very much hope you enjoyed that, folks. Please feel free to comment, rate, subscribe as ever. Thank you very much.